Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Scouts of Entertainment Reforged replay. Today's a nice 5v3 sent in by the StewardOfDale. And so we'll get started with his army, and he's commander of Angmar. And we've got some Snugger Stalkers here. This is basically a cannon fodder unit used as a meat shield, first and foremost, and pretty much that's their only purpose. Next we have some Angmar Marauders, a good light shock infantry unit. We next have some Orc fellas, also light infantry. We have some Blackwards Legion. They're the heavy hitter push unit. They can go through anything. Use these guys to slice through a tough choke point where the defenders have really stacked the ranks. Use these guys to push through, disrupt formations, basically puncture a hole through what seems to be an impenetrable defense. So very useful. These guys and the I keep thinking of them as the Black Legion and Barad-dûr, but I think they're called the Black Guard now of Mordor. Two of the greatest pushing units in Reforged. Next we have some Barrow-wights, some Trolls of Angmar, and Trolls of Gundabad. These are guys like my favourite Trolls of Reforged for sure. We have the dreaded Witches of Angmar. We have 3 units of Guardians of Cardolan, not armoured up, hence the brand tinged armour. We have some Witchrom Hammerguard, also not armoured up, hence the brand tinged, generals in this unit. And we go to the first of his 4 allies, which is Rudar, commanded by Tundrous Fox, well-known veteran of Reforged, and he's got some Rudar swordsmen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, I think, so I'll make sure about that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of swordsmen. That's that's like 1,015 men right there. We have some Witchrom enslavers. We have some Rudar clansmen, which is, we've got 1, 2, maybe even 2 units, sorry, my bad. 2 units of them, possibly. Just want to check. 3 units, I believe, actually. Next we have some Dumb and Spearmen, 3 units. And Edamor's Troll Hunters, 2 units. So, no archers that I can see there. Tundrous has definitely gone for a more infantry-based army. We'll see if that pays off. And the next ally is another Angmar army, commanded by Rabican, who I haven't seen before, so if you're new Rabican, welcome. We have some Trolls of Gundabad, we have some Snugger Stalkers, some Witchrom Hammerguard armoured up, Guardians of Cardolan armoured up, Blackwards Legion again, and some Witchrom Blackguard, which I didn't see Steward bring before, so keep an eye out for that. That's Angmar's best infantry unit. We have, of course, another unit of witches, so defenders really have the work cut out for them. Gotta watch out for those guys. Next we have some Goblin Trackers, archer units, 2 of them. We have, it's like the mid-tier archer unit, well, the best archer unit that Angmar can bring, really. We have some Angmar Halberds, 1, 2, 3 units of them, and that appears to be that. We also have some Warg Riders, which I'm assuming he might try to use to catch out some defenders outside the walls, but we'll have to wait and see. Next we have another Rudar army commanded by M1 Breakout, and he's got some Rudar clansmen, 3 of them. We have some Herodane Pikemen, some Witchrom enslavers. We've got some Edamor's Troll Hunters, 2 units. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Rudar swordsmen. We've got Rudar marksmen, unlike his ally, Tundrous. He's got 2 units of them, and he's also got 2 units of Dunman Hunters, so seems like M1 brought all the archers for Rudar. And finally, we have another Angmar army commanded by Noah, who I think I've seen before. And he's got some Snugger Stalkers, 2 units. We have some Snugger Archers, that's a light archer unit of Angmar. Could be just be the 1 unit, spread out way out, actually. We have behind them some Orc fellas, 2 units. We have some Angmar Marauders, 2 units. We have Angmar Halberds, so 2x2s there. I think he's a fan of Noah's Ark. We have 2 units of Guardians of Cardolan. We have 2 units of Witchrom Pikemen. These guys are not armoured up. We have a 3rd unit of Witches. My god. Defenders are screwed, I think. We have some Goblin Trackers, 2 units. Then again, actually, I remember this battle I commentated on a long time ago, where one player bought 3 units of Witches, and the defenders skillfully cut them pretty much all down without them firing a single shot or causing or having really any impact on the battle whatsoever. So just because they bought 3 units actually of Witches doesn't mean this game is game, set, and match. Not by a long shot. So we'll see. We got a unit of War Riders as well, and I think that's it for the attackers. So finally we can move on to the defenders. The first one is Arthedain, commanded by Roose Bolton, obviously a Game of Thrones fan. We have some Arthedain Men-at-Arms, I think 3 units of them, fully armoured up, hence the plated armour and capes. We have, it costs about 100 coin or 100 florins extra to do that for each unit. We have some Foremost Aryan Defenders, a light spear unit. We have some Royal Court of House Emlaith, and Knights of Anuminas. We also have some dismounted Knights of Anuminas, some Wardens of the North, some dismounted Foremost Aryan Knights, 2 units here. We have some civilians to act as a cannon fodder unit. We have some Anuminas Gate Guards, and we have some Arthedain Pikemen here, 2 units not armoured up. Bit of a risk here, I think, for Roose to bring 2 cavalry units. He's only got a limited window to make them effective. There's not much room for error here on this map for cavalry, and those cavalry units cost a bit. So hopefully he doesn't trade them too much. Hopefully that doesn't cost the side of his army, because he could have purchased a few more infantry units had he not done that. Anyway, we move on to the next ally, or next Arthedain army, commanded by Conan Kaiser, I think I've seen before. He's got some Arthedain marksmen here, not armoured up, 2 units. We have some Arthedain Men-at-Arms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, fully armoured up. Over here we have some Foremost Aryan Knights. They could have some Grey Company here as well. I was going to cough and then I did cough. Anyway, we have some dismounted Foremost Aryan Knights, dismounted Knights of Anuminas. We have some Dunedain Peacekeepers, 2 units. There's some Arthedain Pikemen and Anuminas Gate Guards. I'm not seeing any other units here. Could be some Dunedain Rangers as well, but they're hidden, I think, at the moment. We have some dismounted Foremost Aryan Knights. I think I pointed this out before. Yeah, I think I did. Dismounted Knights of Anuminas. We have some, the next and final ally, Cardolan, commanded by Text to the Mex. That's what I say. So Text has got some Manta Roman Guardians, elite crossbow unit for Cardolan. We have some Health Guard of Avansul. We have some Dunedain Captains, Tharbad Warhammers. We have some Wardens of the North for Coning up here. That's all I can see at the moment. And there's the rest of his army here, I think. There's some Greenway Garrison Footmen, some Minherith Men-at-Arms, Wardens of Tyne Gothard. We have some more Minherith Men-at-Arms, 2 units. We have some Mercenary Guildsmen, some Greenway Garrison Footmen, some Minherith Archers over here. Out here we have some Royal Court of House Thorondor. It's the best cavalry unit for Cardolan. I think that's all I can see. We have some Minherith Spearmen here. 3 units of Minherith Spearmen. And I think that's it. So, we will get this battle started. Enjoy. Okay guys, the battle is about to begin. Well, that was crazy weird. Before I found out why it was lagging, I had this program in the background called Microsoft OneDrive. It was using on my CPU. Shut it down, and as you can see, everything's cleared up. So now we can comfortably watch this replay with no further lag, I hope. Alright, so what we got up here? Oh yeah, we've got some Arthedain marksmen here from Roose Bolton armoured up. No matter how many times I point this out, players are always bunching up their archers. See, look at that. Half these guys are shooting up into the air, accuracy is lost. Pretty much just wasting ammunition. Look, it's annoying when it happens to me. It's annoying when it happens to anybody. So, you know. Yeah, I can already see Riss trying to move his units around, so he's aware of it. So he's trying to fix it. Alright, looks like Rabbikin has got some archers moving up now to return fire, which is good. Ooh, not good. Rabbikin's got his Blackwatch Legion a little bit too close. Oh, the trolls are moving up. So it has dawned on me, we actually have a good versus evil siege here, and some players are actually asking for a good versus evil battle, so here it is, guys. Hope you enjoy it. It's been a while since we have a true good and evil match on our hands. Oh, the defending archers have no mercy. Oh, Gotho Trek is retreating, which is a little bit strange. Yes, archers are still bunched up. Koning and Roos really need to communicate better. But fortunately for them, it looks like Angmar, Rabbikin and Tundris are really grouping up their units here, so the odds of scoring a hit are increasing dramatically. Probably better off shooting at the huge blob of troops here. More so than the archers. These are light infantry units, so it will take a lot of hits to bring their units down. And they're relatively protected here on the embankment. So... the enemy isn't scoring too many hits on them. Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. Could be some pathfinding error or something like that. I don't know. Alright, so we've got some Angmar Marauders here and some Trolls of Angmar. We have some cavalry over here from text, but they get to advance, and Noah is yet to advance. M1 Breakout's going over to reinforce Noah, so they're going to attack from the... they're going to attack from the north. And the rest of the players looks like are going to attack from the east, and no one's attacking from the south. But it looks like StewardOfDale is actually going to try to attack from the south. He's moving his army over there. So now we've got the attackers trying to go for all three or all four choke points into the city of Cardolan. I think the defenders are wasting their ammunition here on the archers of Angmar. I'll be going after these guys. Weakening these troops here only serves to help my own infantry if I was playing out later. Because damage infantry is obviously easier to kill, and there's less effort for your own defending troops. And it's always the same. Alright, looks like we've got a cab charge here. We do. Koning is going in. And now he's going back. Oh, that was uneventful. Then again, M1 does have enough archers to drive him back. Almost 800 of them. They better use their cav soon. Alright, so what we got? Who's moving around here? StewardOfDale. Tundras is sending a lot of his men over here as well. Looks like it'll take some time actually to start that attack. We're targeting the Warg Riders. Okay guys, we're back and the defender's making a big mistake here. Almost a cardinal sin, I think. Firing at the lowest, like cannon fodder unit. StewardOfDale drawing out the defender's fire. That's always a good feeling when you see that for the attackers. Bad feeling whenever you see that for the defenders. Archers should only ever be used for mid to heavy tier troops. Mid to heavy to elite troops only. My troops only sent up to draw out that fire so that their good units don't cop it later. Like the witches, for example. Like here we've got halberds, surely that fire would be better served to go after them. It could be that Tex has these guys on auto fire so he doesn't know they're shooting at them. That's also a plausible explanation. Yeah, you've got marksmen here, getting ready for the advance. Okay, Cardolan copying a few hits here. But it could be worse. Not too many arrows actually getting through here. Looks like we've got some fire coming in. Sniper Stalkers moving in to act as a meat shield. Guardians of Cardolan also heading in here. The marksmen better move up as well. The fire's proving very powerful. Okay, the attackers are getting close. They're launching their assault on all sides. The Guetho trackers over here. Unsure where their target's going to be. Alright, so far M1 and Noah yet to really advance. I think it's a mistake for Bruce to bring in his Knights of Inumas inside the fortress. They can't really do much in the city. Barrow-wights is a good target for cavalry. Oh, they're going in. Well, charging Barrow-wights is the best way to bring him down. We got the Royal Court coming out here now, followed by some Knights of Inumas. Alright, so we've got some after name marks back on the walls here. War Riders being sandwiched. Halberds getting close. Oh, the general's in this unit. Okay, M1 getting close for a chat, getting close to their attack. Where are they shooting at? Oh, going after the Hammer Guard of Rabican. Even scoring some hits on the Witches. Not bad at all. Rabican better get his troops out of there. Unfortunately, he's halted his fire. Both our trackers out of ammunition. Cardolan Rangers are here firing in now. Getting some good body piercing hits. They should get into a better position, I think. Alright, what we got over here? Okay, defenders battling away against the Rudar clansmen. Halberds chasing them off. Just slow down just briefly, see how things are going over here. Attack yet to get underway, but defenders are ready for them. Greenway Garrison bracing. Okay, so the attack's yet to begin on that side. Okay, so it looks like the last of the Wargrass have been killed. Fornos there and their knights are dead. That's unfortunate. But Roos can just run around these guys. It's not that hard to avoid them. He's not trapped by any sense. Okay, looks like the attack's begun here. Oh, from who? No, not from anyone there. No, looks like we've got some archers shooting upwards. Both those trackers from text. Okay, we've got some Cardolan Troll Slayers throwing their jabbies. Fighting proving very heavy here. Blackwatch Legion doing what Blackwatch Legion does best and is pushing their way through. Our new Scout Guards moving in to reinforce the line and trying to drive them back. Got some fire from Cardolan Rangers. Cardolan Rangers, I think, racking it up here. And the body piercing is taking a lot of steam out of this engine. Just look at all that blood splatter just erupting behind the lines. With the witches moving up. Yeah, quite a few actually doing Cardolan Rangers. Okay, Diamond Hunter's firing into the front lines of Koning's men. Brave men holding strong. I thought a marksman out of ammunition. Yeah, that's clear. Whoa! That was heavy. Witches of Angler running away now after that. Okay, Rudo's trying to push through. Cardolan's got enough men here to block him. Angmar's having better luck on this side. Guardians are currently hiding at the moment. Want to lure the defenders into a false sense of security with how many forces they have back here. It's hard to know where the witches are. I'm not sure I see them. There they are. Alright, keep an eye out for them. Both those trackers moving away. Seems like the attack's not going anywhere there. Witches are back. Oh! Archer's trying to fire and take out the witches. Only one there. A couple more there. Oh, we've got a lot of arrows coming in now. They're shaking. Alright, it's 22 to 23 after that. All them trackers moving in now. Okay, looks like Arthane's sallied out a little bit. Animal's trying to throw the jabbies into the blob of Arthane troops. Looks like you've got some archers firing over the hill here. But the Hearthguard of Amun-Sul firing in. They're not exactly going down. Looks like only a few troops are going down there. Animal Scientists must not have the angle on them. Okay, these witches are out of ammunition. And it looks like the defenders will actually hold this choke point here. What is going on now? Troops there are gone. Angmar's moving further into the canyon, further into the city. More troops coming to reinforce the lines. Steward's general's right there. Both trackers have their axes out. They're out of ammunition, so they're not serving any purpose yet here. Steward's got his general. Sorry, not general. Steward's got his witches right here, though. They go up to the mercenary guildsmen. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, he's told Tundrus to pull out, I think. Text, I think, recognises the danger. He's trying to move forward. Whoa! Oh, that's a heavy hit. They've wiped out this defense. Mercenary Guildsman's shaken, understandably watching so many of their comrades go down so quickly.
They have lost half their men.
Yeah, let's say that again. 31 to 40. We've got Arthane marksmen out of ammunition being sent into the battle. We've got Arthane pikemen being reallocated over here. Alright, so looks like Rabican's general's in a bit of trouble. Conning is actually moving to cut him off. He's pitting him against the side of the hill here. Come on guys, you can do it. Come on Rabican, fight your way out of there. Oh, Roose Bolton is back. And we have additional Warg Riders coming in. We have a ton of wargs being cut down here. Alrighty. Come on, guys. We got clansmen coming in now to try and cut them off. And we have the Royal Quarter House Thorndor here for some reason who can't really do anything. Maybe he's trying to get out. It makes sense if he's trying to get out. But with the clansmen there, it's a bad idea. Pull back to actually not really get your men through there. Not without losing a lot of them. Alright, how are we going over here? Okay, M1 is making nice inroads in here. They've destroyed this attack. It's possible the defenders pulled out to save what men they had. Animals, troll hunters here. And here. I'm not sure where M1's going. There's no enemy troops down there. Not within range anyway of the javelins. Could be in range of the men at arms, I guess. Ah, witches from Noah. Mercenary Guildsmen. Looks like they were just taken out. Jesus, it's hard to know when to be there. You turn the camera away for 1 second and you miss it. Noah's still got plenty of juice in the tank, so I'm reluctant to move away from him, but we'll quickly check the other side and see how it's going. Okay, Steward's witches are right here. But I think he's a little ways off from using them again. The attackers are breaking through, largely thanks to the Black Watch Legion. Although the attackers are being caught in the vice grip here, which could be detrimental to their attack. Reinforcements are needed to plug this gap, and the defenders do have the troops to do it. Okay, we've got witches here from Noah again. Okay, they're reloading, and they've got line of sight on the Cardolan troops. Oh boy. Here comes the rest of it. I really thought they would have had line of sight. Okay, the attackers are pulling out again so the witches can go to work. 36 to 55. It looks like the allied troops of Ruda are getting in the way of the witches. They don't have line of sight. In general of Noah's in the Witcher unit. See, they've moved back, now they've got line of sight. They're firing. Which is pulling out again. Defender's really up against it here. I'm surprised the defenders aren't using their troops here to sort of sandwich in the attacking troops right here. Surround them from all sides and crush them quickly. Troll shot axe throwers. Here, this is going to be pretty good here for Tundras. Perfect target, nothing in the way. Unless they're out of ammunition. Jeez, they've got to move quickly. It's like they're salivating for the shot, but they're just not taking it. Big mistake there from Tundras. Don't know what he was waiting for. He had the defender, he had Text and Koenig here dead to rights, but he just didn't pull the trigger. And pulling the troops back here is a mistake. He also had the Richmond Hammer Guard surrounded and didn't pull back. This is a mistake. This is opening them up to the witches. And there you go, they're firing again. Along with the StewardOfDale. He took out one of his own trolls. He's had a Fornostarian Knight's broken. Probably better off firing the big ass blob that's here. Okay, StewardOfDale's witches are moving up again. No Rangers. Well, they do have the angle. $43 to $69. Just doesn't seem fair, does it? You couldn't have asked for a better position. It's protected here mostly from the archers. And there goes pretty much the entire battle. Oh boy. Wonder how long before Noah moves in. We got Troll Short Axe Throwers coming up.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Okay, so they're trying to take out the Reforged Javelins.
Continue like this, you will smash the enemy.
Can't believe that. That's a lot of men that he just took out all at once. The defenders trying to get into the troll shot axe throwers. Their right flank's under serious danger. Under serious pressure, I should say. It is 47 to 79. The Wardens of the North are in trouble. The witches charging in, they're out of ammunition. A lot of the axes are clearing the hill, only a few axes are touching the hillside there. I just want to check this area. Okay, it looks like the Knights of Newmaster is finishing off this Snugger Archer unit out here. There's some more Snugger Archers moving out to help. And they're reloading. Seemed like too much of a fair fight. Oh, a lot of blood splatter there. Recon Rangers opening up. Ooh, this is some sweet revenge right here. Some of the longest blood streaks I've ever seen. The attackers are trying to press harder, so the Recon Rangers don't have a target. Okay, there goes one of the Angmar generals. Could be Noah's. I did see that general in the Witcher unit. It's either Noah's or StewardOfDale's. Okay, the attacker's gone for another big push. Most troll hunters. They're under heavy fire from the. They're on a heavy fire. The Rangers are under heavy fire from the Ethermost troll hunters. 59 to 87. I think all the times actually times 2 speed it. Unclear who that was.
Very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
62 to 88. Alright, it's getting a little bit kind of grindy. But it looks like we got some Edimals Troll Hunters here. Looks like they're just firing at the rear troops. Alright, 63 to 89. He's got more troops pouring in. So the Tharbad Warhammer's in the mix. With the Herodane Pikemen though, that raises the stakes a bit for the defenders. The good thing about this is at least the attackers have pushed the defenders up a hill enough that I don't think they can get another Witcher shot in there, but we'll wait and see. (92) 66 to 92. So this match is crazy in favour of the attackers. That's it. They're falling back and that's it. The archers just lobbing their shots over. Oh, there goes another general. Could be Arthur, it could be Rudar. Duna Rangers firing the body piercing ammunition again. Okay, that was a Rudar general for sure. Just now. (94 to 72). The defenders look like they're taking charge of this battle, but honestly, I think the attackers are sort of wanting to pull back, a little bit and let their javelins and axe throwers finish the job, or even archers, because the defenders don't have too much in the way of response. Not even a catapult, which would have been actually handy for one of them to bring. So I will actually times 6 speed it, I think. On account of it is so grindy. It's a little bit of a stalemate, but I can see that Cardolan and Arthur are being worn down as we speak. This part of the battle is extremely grindy, hence why I'm fast forwarding it so much. He said now, what does now mean? Did they have a secret weapon or something? (97-79). Battle is well in hand of the attackers. The witches just did too well during this fight. Okay, Goblin Tracker's broken out of ammunition. Okay, there goes one of the Arthane Generals. Let's try and find one player's admitted defeat already. There we go. Bruce has not admitted defeat. Well, that was bloody unfortunate. Those witches really ruined the battle there for the defenders. We got, I think, another defender admitting defeat. I think maybe Roos is the only one left. What's Roos going to be up to? Okay, we've got the halberds moving up to protect the javelins. Okay, there goes the last of the Arthane Generals. Okay, so congratulations to StewardOfDale and Rubicon, Noah, Tundra's Fox, and M1 Breakout on their victory. StewardOfDale, 1886, got the most kills by far for his team. That's not too surprising given that last Witcher attack we saw, which was horrific. We have Rubicon here on 1106, Noah on 776, Tundra's Fox on 877, M1 Breakout 1073. Roos Bolton 3482, Koning Kaiser 2324, and Text to the Max got 3133. So good kill counts from the defenders overall. They just got hammered by those witches. So I feel bad for them. So looking at the kill count, we have the Witcher Hammerguard on 289. The Witches of Angmar, 740 kills. That single unit alone, one player. And wiped out a quarter of an army, at least, alone. And so Trolls of Gundabad, 182. Trolls of Angmar, 108. Trolls of Gundabad did better. That's surprising. And again, there is less of them, but maybe I think they're tankier than the Trolls of Angmar. Anyway, I think the rest of the units did quarter good. Quarter great even, I think. Anyway, Rubicon. Got Witches of Angmar 281. Ritual Blackguard 112. Trials of Gundabad 145. And Black White Season 110. Guardians can't do 96. Rest was Porter good. And finally, Noah. Witches of Angmar 495. And the rest did pretty much crap. Noah's looks like Noah didn't lose too many casualties. He might have lost a few men, and then lost for Noah. Yeah, just over half his army. Still, that's surprising. 495, and the rest did pretty much bugger all. Didn't need to bring anything else, really. No, just bring the witches, be done with it. And that's about it. So, thank you to StewardOfDale for seeing the replay. Those witch shots were just as good as he described. Thank you again to Steward for sending the replay. This is Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Catch you guys next time. Bye.